that in the church.
Pork
Teach a
chop.
man how to be a man.
Pork chop eating preachers.
Pork chop eating preachers. And all I'm talking about, they
Calvin.
following Christ. How the hell are you following Christ? You eat pork. You better check the Jewish dietary law. They don't eat no pork, and Christ wasn't a pork eater.
That Calvin, he's got some stuff. I'm telling you, this is really getting interesting.
These wannabe preachers.
Pork chop eating preachers.
Pasteurized, punctified, pulpit pimps. Pork chop eating preachers. I said it.
Okay, well, there you go. And anybody wants to deal with Calvin about this, they could call him up because the number's up there. And we're interested in talking about it. We want to hear from you. We've got some really good ideas going to the future, and we want our men to be men. We want our young people to grow up to have good values and good jobs and decent income.
That's
because
right.
if you don't have any money, you're not a player in the game. You're just a bystander.
It don't matter what color you are. If you broke, you messed up.
You're out of the game.
You need money.
You want to play, you got to pay. And if you don't have, so there's jobs, I told you about these truck driver jobs, and they're hungry for
That's
drivers, willing to train them, willing to make investments in them. And
right.
when we announced that, I didn't hear my phone ringing at all, about people wanting to get a job. I want to train, be an over-the-road. And it's not a bad life, driving truck.
Well, the thing is, you got to get these brothers early. Because if they get a taste of that dope money, they get a taste of robbing money or whatever they doing, It's going to be hard to get them interested in it. So you have to get them early to get those work ethics in them. Other than that, they'll look at us all day and won't even call. Now, if we was talking about some strippers on here, your phone would ring off the hook. You wouldn't get no sleep. But that's how we've been programmed. Just fun and games and shuffling and dancing and shuffling your feet and being a shuffler.
So we're going to change things a little bit. Oh, maybe somebody give a call. I wrote to the senator talking about the fluoride in the water.
Which one?
Senator Champion.
Oh, my God. Well, I'm going to leave that alone.
Well, yeah, we'll give him shit. I bumped into Senator Hayden in the Office Depot store in South Minneapolis.
Right.
Kind of said a little hello, and he kind of went on his way.
Right.
But I don't think they want to get into discussions with me about that because I think I'm a stronger proponent for the black people
Right.
than they are.
Right.
And because, they have to look objective. We can't. They should stand up. They said, I'm here. I'm a black man for the black people. And here's what we need. We need to have some money. And I told Senator Champion to go and get us some money from that State Board of Investment that's got all those billions of dollars.
Okay.
And get everybody in Minnesota right now $1,000. That'd be $5.3 billion.
Right.
From $80 billion that they have there. And he needs to go out and said, I need some money for. Yeah, they could talk about expunging records and less sentences, all those kind. But that's only for a real narrow group of people. What about all the people, all the moms and all the kids that don't have a decent coat or nice shoes or good clothes to dress in? Everybody needs some money. So if we had that $1,000 for each person from the State Board of Investment big fund of billions of dollars.
Well,
so if Champion went out there and fought for that, Hayden he's laying low, because he may be in hot water for some of that stuff that went on. But
Right.
he's pretty decent man.
But the funny part about it, you got a lot of black Americans and black boys and girls out here from America that's homeless and no place to stay, no money. But and I've talked about this before, how you bring in these people from East Africa and get them homes just like that. And here we are, American citizens, and can't even get a home. So what we got these congressmen and senators for if we can't even get a home?
Well, that's really something interesting to talk about. The leadership in Minnesota, for the black leadership, you only got about a handful of people. You got Senator Hayden, got Senator Bobby Joe Champion, Keith Ellison.
I wrote Keith Ellison, and I haven't heard back from him. I like Keith Ellison, but I haven't heard back from him. I wrote to Washington. I got the information, and I don't know if he spent me off, or I doubt if he spent me off, but his secretary spent me off or whatever, but nobody contacted me, and that was 6-7 months ago.
He might not even know personally
Right.
that a letter or note
Right.
came from you.
I think he's okay, but I think the people that his handlers are not doing something right.
Well, they have a big budget.
Right.
He gets a big salary.
Right.
And he got a big budget, and he appoints
Right.
a lot of these people.
Right.
So if you cause him political problems, because
Right.
you start bringing up the racial issues a little too much. They don't want to. They want to be kind of what do they call it? You know, when you're a black person and you kind of whitewash it a little bit.
You don't want to ruffle the feathers. But I'm gonna say this: when I met Keith Ellison, I got good vibes from him. I shook his hand, warm spirited guy. He's from the same place I'm from, so he wouldn't play no games. He's a warm spirited brother. So I don't think it's him. He's very warm spirited. When I shook his hand, I got good vibes, and that mean a lot. And then when he talked to you, he look at you when he talked to you. So I got good vibes from him.
So you think he's okay?
You're right. I got good, real good vibes from him.
Well,
but a lot of these other cats I didn't talk to, I don't have good vibes from them.
I'd like to like him, but I had a little problem over environmental disputes, you know, and he formed that little. But maybe I'm too hard on him. He might be a good man, especially coming from you. If you think that he had a good handshake and he looked you in the eye.
You're right. I didn't get good vibes. You know, most politicians, when they shake your hand, they kind of look away and they scratch their head. And when somebody scratches their head and look away, that shows you that's a sign that they're liars.
Or looking to see which pocket you got your wallet in. And so
exactly.
Yeah. So we're going to get a lot of things done by being on the show, but one of the most important things is that people call us about these jobs that are available, these jobs and trainings, and we kind of get on them and help them do something.
Right.
We'll work on it.
I'm willing to work with whoever want to work with me. I don't care what color it is, black, white. We need to get everybody in shape where we can get housing and bring good jobs through here, all of that.
Well, we've got to get some cash.
We need money.
$1,000 a man, that's not going to be a big deal, but, you know, $1,000 and somebody got, you know, mom's got a couple of kids and she gets a check from the state, because everybody's going to get the $1,000.
Right.
All 5.3 million people in the state of Minnesota. And all they need to do is get that money. I said, oh, no, but that's not allowed to come out of that fund. Well, they'll modify that law. Just because it's the law, they're changing the laws all the time. That's what the legislature is all about, changing the law and making law. So take a little $5.3 billion out of that fund.
Right.
Because it's going to go down. You know, it's all invested in the stock market.
Right.
Google and Exxon and all these oil companies, and that's where all that money is invested.
Right.
So sell off some of that stuff and get everybody $1,000. Even you and I will get $1,000. Even if you owe taxes, no matter what, everybody gets $1,000 tax-free gift from the state of Minnesota because they're getting that money because the stock market's going up. It's not like somebody's working for that money.
Right.
So Bobby Joe Champion, I suggested to him that he go to the legislature and promote a bill.
He never got back with you.
Well, I just sent that off to him, I think, either earlier today or late last night.
Right.
Because this show is not going to show till next week.
Right.
But tomorrow they got a little meeting coming up in North Minneapolis that I'm going to at the 2100 Penn Avenue. What is that? The Urban League, they call it?
Right. It's Urban League, right.
So tomorrow night at 6 o'clock, they're having a supper there.
How much time we got?
Huh?
How much time we got? Is it? Did we go over the? We didn't go over the time, did we? The time limit.
Yeah, well, I'm watching the time. So we're going to go for a half hour show.
You know, the time flies so fast when we're talking about something.
Well, because you feel it, you know.
Yeah,
you,
right.
You feel for it, and you enjoy talking about it.
One of these times I like to talk for maybe about an hour because when we get to flowing, the time just goes just like that.
Well, because the thing is that you got your heart in the right places because you're concerned about, of course, for yourself. Because, you know, they got a saying, if I'm not for myself, who is? And if I'm only for myself, what am I? But I got together with you because I sense that you're for the people, you know, and you want to see everybody kind of moving up. And I do too. And that's what Earth Protective is about. That's what I'm about. Kelvin Burns. And our phone numbers are up there. And a half-hour show, well, we're gonna shoot another one. So keep in touch with us. Leslie Davis, Kelvin Burns. Thanks, Kelvin.
It's a pleasure.
We're going to keep doing this, you know, and
yes, sir.
We'll break through.
That's right.
Because we're on all over the world on the internet. They can watch
Call
us.